Hey, estos son los rounds que tienes que ganar. Vámonos, son tuyos.
Worried look on the face of co-manager Bob Santos there. They can feel this fight slipping away at this point.
You know, so much had been made of Floyd Mayweather's age being 36, has shown no sign of ring rust whatsoever here, Paulie.
No, none at all. He's, again, I mean, it took him a round or two to get warmed up, and once he's been warmed up, he's really found his timing, set his distance, and kept Guerrero off balance. Guerrero, it's not for lack of trying on Guerrero's part.
And yet at the age of 36, it's been a point where other great champions have experienced sudden unforeseen declines. Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, and Larry Holmes were all beaten at 36.
You got a cut from a punch. And you know, Floyd Mayweather's walking to his right into the left hand of Guerrero, and he's still not getting hit with it.
And Guerrero been cut by a punch by Mayweather. Not the first time he has been cut. It's happened a few times in his career, and there is the bloody face of Robert Guerrero now beginning to get battered by Mayweather under 2 minutes left in the 8th round.
Well, not what Guerrero needed at this point is a cut. Now there's the uppercut is so available to Guerrero there. He's just not throwing that punch. And that is really unfathomable to me. I'm amazed at that. I know that was a big part of their plan coming in.
He just doesn't have the room. Mayweather smothering him almost on the inside. You know, the one thing we haven't talked about physically, on the inside, Mayweather is the stronger guy.
Yeah.
So it makes Guerrero unavailable to work. He's not able to work on the inside.
Well, Mayweather has been the welterweight for much longer than Guerrero.
True.
And continues to tag him with the right hand. That one was blocked. Guerrero unable to crack that Mayweather code thus far.
Guerrero's jab, he's using it, but it has not been effective.
Left uppercut. And there's a nice jab by Guerrero. Under a minute left in the 8th. Again, Mayweather sticks the right hand into Guerrero's torso. Counter left by Mayweather, and again, just continues to accumulate those right hands on Guerrero's face.
The accuracy of Mayweather has always been the hallmark of what he does in the ring, and we're seeing evidence of it here tonight. He's landed 115 punches out of 284 he's thrown.
Yeah, it's the variation. He throws the right hand around. He throws it to the stomach. He throws it to the head straight. He throws it around again.
It's a 1-2 combination.
You just can't see.
Guerrero.
Guerrero just can't time it. You just don't know which one it's going to be because all of them are fast.
And another right hand hurts Guerrero. 10 seconds left. The fans now beginning to get behind Mayweather as they like what they're seeing here. 9th round coming up. And a concerned look on Casey Guerrero's face.
It's nothing. Keep going. Don't worry about it. Mayweather again using the right. And as Paulie pointed out, this is more like a right hook. And Mayweather has so many different ways of delivering this punch. And he threw it as a roundhouse punch several times. And Casey Guerrero watching this activity, and her and her husband have been through a lot in life. But this, his biggest moment on this stage, not one that's going well, and heartache for her and the Guerrero fans.
And referee Robert Byrd confirming to us that the cut over Guerrero's eye was caused by a punch. Dr. Anthony Rugaroli examining the cut in between rounds, and a timeout now called.
Time in!
And time in now.
They forgot the mouthpiece for Mayweather, that pesky little detail.
9th round underway here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, the main event of Mayday. Floyd Money Mayweather.
How about this for a number? 23 power punches out of 30 thrown in the last round landed from Mayweather.
Pretty accurate.
Only 4 for Guerrero. Robert Guerrero's clearly in a... and there's the numbers to demonstrate what I mentioned. And when you see them in graphic form, it's even more stark realism.
Guerrero
this is the point in the fight where you might think, oh, there's a nice
The left hand connects by Guerrero.
This is the point at which you might think Guerrero might get a little desperate and do something that might be outside the Marcus of Queensberry rules, but so far he hasn't.
Left to the body by Guerrero, who wants to be the matador, and yet he's facing an elusive bull here in Floyd Mayweather, avoiding that jab, but in the corner. And Mayweather content to just hold on.
Where would that headlock be called again?
That would be a front face lock again, going for the guillotine choke.
There you go. I knew I could count on you.
And by the way, a lot of MMA people involved in this main event. Floyd Mayweather and Robert Guerrero. Left to the body by Guerrero. Left hook by Mayweather.
So Guerrero may be frustrated, but he's not stopped trying.
Uppercut by Mayweather.
No, stop.
A lot of heart, a lot of courage on the part of Guerrero. He's never lost confidence, even if he may be frustrated.
So Guerrero needs to do something here, wants to close the quarters, rough things up. Mayweather looking focused, has his hands down. Guerrero unable to land. The defensive prowess of Floyd Mayweather on display. Under a minute left in the night.
You know, in this round, Guerrero has thrown 37 punches, 15 more than Mayweather, but just has not been able to land as effectively as he would like.
And that staggered him. The right hand by Mayweather as Guerrero comes in with the jab. There's a straight left hand. Guerrero now trying to put on the pressure.
Some blood out of the right nostril of Mayweather.
Pick him up, Robert.
And this has been a better round for Guerrero. Whether it's one he could win, I don't know, but it's a mini comeback in any case.
Well, at worst, he's forcing Mayweather to work. He's forcing him to work at a fast pace, which is what we always have a question about. At 36 years old, can he work at a fast pace?
Guerrero lands a left, a chopping right hand. Grazes that right. Mayweather bobbing and weaving as we go to the 10th.
Early in the round, Robert Guerrero, in what was one of his better rounds during this fight, actually landing the jab and working on the inside. Throwing that right now was a legal right, even though he threw it kind of from the back. Working Mayweather against the ropes, but he hasn't been able to be as effective as he would like when he's got Mayweather there. Instead, it's Mayweather countering very well and keeping Guerrero from getting his offense started.
It was here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena that Evander Holyfield lost a portion of his ear against Mike Tyson. Multiple-time champion. That happened June 28, 1997. Tyson disqualified in their WBA heavyweight championship bout, taking in this WBC welterweight and vacant ring magazine championship affair. 10th round begins.
Guerrero really pushed the pace last round and had probably the most successful round he's had in the fight as far as making Floyd work and making Floyd adjust and just keeping him busy. He's got to keep that pace. Let's see what he does this round.
The foreshadowing of all these right hands was that Berto and Aydin landed 46% of all the rights they threw against Guerrero, and that's why Mayweather's doing it. But here, Guerrero working the body pretty well.
Launching a lot of left hands, a majority of them blocked, and Mayweather, in fact, was able to sneak in a short counter right, but Guerrero staying busy, but trying to wear him down, and then gets caught with that right hand, the follow-up left hand. A left hook delivered by Mayweather.
One of the few hooks that Mayweather has thrown in this fight, but when he's thrown it, it's been accurate.
No knockdowns thus far in round 8. Blood first appeared from Guerrero's left eye, trying to blink through it. And there, Guerrero goes downstairs, solid left to the midsection.
The problem now for Robert Guerrero is that body work. It's very late in the game for that to be really effective for him.
Pick him up, Floyd. Pick him up.
Mayweather, the belt line of that one may have been just below as well as they clinch again, and Guerrero with his free hand. And referee Bird admonishing him, saying if he keeps doing it, he's going to deduct a point.
Yeah, but there was Floyd holding Robert's right hand. Robert's allowed to work with the other hand if his right hand's being held.
Show stats totaling the power shots
Well, Floyd usually lands at 50% against left-handers.
Wow.
61% today. That's pretty good.
Incredible rate, 61%. A minute remaining in the 10th. Guerrero working a combination to the body.
Robert has not found the power punch that will work for him to get Floyd Mayweather's attention. It just hasn't been there. Either the uppercut, the straight left, and certainly not the right hook. Guerrero, a 12-year veteran who has himself been in many slugfests, and some worry that he is shot-worn coming into this fight. He hasn't been shot-worn, but he hasn't been effective.
As Mayweather told us, Guerrero had to step up to a whole another level, a level that he had never been at before, Paulie.
Yeah, well, anytime you fight Floyd Mayweather, he's the pound-for-pound best fighter in the sport for this reason.
We are headed to the championship rounds for this WBC and Vacant Ring Magazine welterweight titles.
Floyd Mayweather effective, whether it's on the inside, making Guerrero miss and landing counter punches, as we see here. One of those left hooks we talked about, he unloaded that punch more in that round than he had in previous rounds.
You don't think you throw your head no more? Okay, all right. Just move, flip, catch it with your hand. Okay, with your left hand. That's all you gotta do.
Let that hands go, son.
Déjalo ir, si quieres ganar. Suelta las manos. Con las manos para arriba. Vámonos.
With the bell for round 11, we enter the championship rounds of this WBC and Vacant Ring Magazine welterweight title fight. The champion Floyd Mayweather, the challenger Robert Guerrero, continues to hunt down the very active, utilizing all kinds of lateral movement. Guerrero finding it hard to cut off the ring.
And now Floyd Mayweather literally can be in the four-corner offense if he chooses to be. Because I think it would be shocking if he wasn't way ahead in this fight on the official scorecard.
And there he's winking to someone in the corner. So Mayweather enjoying his return thus far. But Guerrero still on the hunt.
He will not stay stationary in that corner very often.
And when he does, he gives you different looks. There's a nice right hand there. He gives you a different look. He gets real low. He'll give you a high guard. He'll give you a low guard. He'll get out.
This speaks to Paulie's comment. Some of what happened a year ago was Miguel Cotto being effective. He's a Hall of Fame fighter who will be in the Hall of Fame. And Robert Guerrero is a very good fighter, but not quite on that level.
It was thought that it would take all kinds of pressure to try to slow down Mayweather, much like what Jose Luis Castillo did in their first meeting, which many people believe should have been Mayweather's first loss.
But that's the thing about the Castillo fight. It was so long ago. I mean, Floyd actually has gotten way better since. You can tell in the rematch alone he was better. He was a better fighter. And even since then, guys have tried to rough Floyd up since Castillo, since that fight. They look at that fight as a blueprint and said, oh, if you rough this guy up, he gets rattled. Well, no, he doesn't. He's made many adjustments since.
And in our fighter meeting, as he lands the left and right hand, Mayweather now teeing off on Guerrero, and there connects with another right.